guys, it's Fantayzia and welcome to a video where we're going to be talking about what I think about the very first gameplay type footage we've got of Paralives. So far we just got like the Parafolk reveal and we did see the Parafolk walk a little bit, but like, you know, no actual real gameplay, and we still don't get to see how it will look, you know, when you're actually playing the game just yet. However, we kind of have an idea of what our Parafolk will look like in the corner and stuff like that. This just shows like how actual gameplay movement is going to look and stuff like that and different things we can do. Now, this came out on September 24th. I didn't do an initial reaction video to it, but I wanted to wait a little bit and like kind of figure out how I really feel about this gameplay and talk about it with you guys. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I think this is not as good as I thought it was going to be, or do I think it's better than I thought? So we're going to watch this through one more time, even though you guys have probably already seen it. I just want to watch it again. I've seen it so many times, but we're going to watch it again. So it's Paralives Sebastian's Summer. So let's go ahead and just start this. So I do have it muted. So the first thing we see is him just ziplining. I'm going to just let it play through. We will go through it. And I did notice something right off the bat, but like the first time around when I watched it, then he literally jumps off the roof. He takes off his shoes when he comes inside, and we have seen this house before. And then we see a secret room. So we did not see that when we first met Sebastian, but now we see that that's a secret room. Then at the end here, there is a new logo. So that is everything. I was literally wanting to pause and like talk about everything as we were just going through, but we're gonna wait till the second frame. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and slow this down a little bit, maybe quite a bit, because it is quite fast. So the first thing we see is the zip lining. Now, of course, the first thing I noticed was, oh my god, we have zip lining. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So the things I like about this is, one, how the trees look. And I don't know, I really like the graphics of Paralives. For some people they like it, some people they don't. Just to remind you guys, this is an indie game with a small team, and it started out just with Alex creating it all on his own. And now there's a small team, but this is not the same as like a business like EA and stuff like that. So I think the graphics are actually very impressive considering that. However, if you're not very familiar with indie games and stuff like that, you're used to like more realistic games and stuff, you may think this is too cartoony. However, I feel like it's cartoony and realistic at the same time. It's like cartoony, but the detail is there. Look at all the detail in the trees, you know, and the details in the Parafolk's face and stuff like that. There's even like texture on their faces when we got the Parafolk reveal. So yes, for an indie game, I actually think this looks incredible. All right, so the zip lining, as I said, amazing. Love the trees. You know, we see Sebastian here. I love the way he's hanging off of it. His feet look very small. Okay, that's the only thing. However, supposedly that's actually going to be fixed. I believe I just read that in the description. So, but yeah, his feet looked very small. I did notice that because I was trying to like see everything, just pay attention to every little detail. That's the only downside I saw. However, if it's going to be fixed, it's not really a downside. So perfect. But yeah, I love how he just glides down it. I find the animation very smooth. Obviously we're slowed down right now, so it can look a little jaggedy, but it's actually not. It's just because the trailer slowed down. So yeah, the feet very small, but it will be fixed. Other than that, everything looks great. And by the time we get our hands on the game, it will be fixed. So I love the way that looks. Also love the way the trees move. Next up, we see a great view of the trees. I'm really impressed by this as well. I just think, I don't know, all the detail of the trees, the way the sky looks, I really like. Yes, it's very solid, but it fits the Paralives vibe. So I like that. The other thing I noticed is he has sunscreen on, which I think is great. And then he has a sunburn, and this is cool. I actually wasn't expecting this in the game. So there's a lot of positives so far, and I love the way the sunburn looks. I feel like it looks really realistic. He has had his tank top on all day, doing some zip lining, and then he takes his shirt off to decide to jump in the water, and he has this crazy tan. Also, like the tattoos, like I know that's not something new that we've seen, but they just look so good. And also the body hair, really happy with the way that looks as well. Very realistic looking. Then he jumps off. The fact that we can go on top of the roofs, you guys, I think is a very important detail. So he jumps very smoothly, and I think it's great. There's also little pool noodles, which I think is great, which I'm pretty sure we can use them. I think very early on in the game, we did see like an actual photo of the noodles in the water. So that's great. All these other plants look great. There's this going up the house. I just think it's really neat that we can go on the roof and jump off. I think that's so cool and so realistic, because if you had a house where there was a story this low to the ground, let's be real, you'd have people jumping off of it into the pool when the pool's right here. So the only thing that some of you guys might not like, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, I have to kind of see how it is in game. If you see the way the water looks, if you see it's a little, I don't know. So again, this is an indie game, so it doesn't necessarily bother me, but I guess I'm used to water like moving more. Like it does splash. So I don't necessarily, again, think it's bad. Because I do think the water looks nice. I kind of just wish it moved a little bit. See how the trees are moving in the corner there? Like, and like these plants right here are moving, these are moving. But then I feel like the water is very still. I know I keep going back, but I feel like the water should have some type of movement because it's windy out. And then when they jump in, I feel like there should be more wave around. However, the part of the water that is moving does look very good to me. So if like other areas moved like that, I think that'd be cool. And then the only other thing is right here. I feel like it would be cool if we could see into the water. So the water is like, it doesn't look like you can see through it. There is sun shining off of it, which I think looks amazing. I just wish we could kind of see into it a little bit. However, this might not be the final water stage, so I'm not mad about it. And if this is the final water stage, I still am not mad about it. I'm not complaining by any means. I feel like, again, for an indie game, it looks pretty good the way he's jumping. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And I'm also not trying to be too positive either. I think for the small team, like, they're doing great, you guys. Like, we can't expect everything. I feel like people expect, like, so many little details. And, like, just this in itself, amazing. Like, if the water stays like this, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Like, we're gonna have so much gameplay. But when I'm going through this, like picking out each individual thing that I like and dislike or feel iffy about, so I'm just being honest with you guys. However, as I said, this water might not be done, and at the end of the day, if this is the water we were given with this amazing game, I'm not going to be complaining about the pool water, okay? Definitely not. Like, I'm going to be totally okay with it. And like, it looks pleasing. Like, it's not like it looks bad, you know what I mean? It kind of looks like it's like thick water, which obviously it's not, but that's kind of what the vibe it gives me. It makes it look, it kind of looks like they're jumping into like paint or something, but like it's not bad. Like, it makes sense. It's a cartoony game. I don't think it's bad. I really don't think it's bad. It's just something I thought I would point out, because I don't want to, you know, just not say anything that I noticed. Like, obviously, if I notice, everyone notices things when they watch trailers. Of course, I want to talk about it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So the next scene here, we've seen this. I think it looks amazing. There's alcohol bottles. There is piggy banks. I hope they can like reach up and grab those alcohol bottles, but I'm not sure. They could just be decoration, which is fine as well. And all the stuff on the shelves, the plates here, it just all looks great. And he does have a, I don't know if it's a son or a daughter, I forget which one. Okay, this here is very important. I wish they showed the child, by the way. I am so waiting for that. I'm so freaking excited. I think they're going to be so cute. Taking off your shoes in the house. Okay, another thing that I noticed that I think is very important to note is all the toes are separate, which I think is very important. The fingers and toes, they're separated. That's very nice, especially for an indie game. And they take off their shoes when they get in the house. Now, I don't know if the final version, if the shoes will actually be sitting here or if they go into your inventory. For me, that doesn't really matter, or if it's just like an animation where they take on and off their shoes when they go in and outside. I don't really care. Just the fact that they come in the house and take off their shoes like they should is incredible. And I'm assuming when they go into like community laws, they're not going to take off their shoes. I'm assuming it's like coded to know when it's like a residential. I just thought that was so freaking cool, the fact that he took off his shoes. Like, why have we never been able to do that in a game before? Well, I don't know if you can't do that in any game. But then he acts all secretive. He's looking around. There's moving boxes over here, nice painting. We got a secret room, you guys, which I think is so fun. I wasn't expecting that either. All the little details. You just pull a little book and then the room opens. I really want to know what's behind this. I want to know what's in there. I'm curious what secret room is. I'm so curious. I want to see it. So nothing negative at all about that. I think it looks great. I think the bookshelf moves great. It looks amazing. The new logo, you guys, looks absolutely incredible. I think the new logo is perfect. I liked the old one as well, but I think this one looks so official. It looks like it would catch your eye if you saw it in like the Steam store, which it will be on Steam. I just think it looks so good and professional. I am in love with it. That was like, when I noticed it, I was like, oh my God, that's a new logo. Love. So yeah, then it just pretty much wraps up. So overall, you guys, do I think this looks as good as I thought? Yes. Does it look even better than I thought? Yes. Am I excited and happy about how the gameplay is looking? Yes. I really love this. I think it looks great, and I'm not even just saying that. Obviously, I waited this long, which barely any people may watch this video because you've all seen this. So like, I'm not like trying to like just hype this up and I don't really like it or anything. No, I love it. Obviously there's a couple things I pointed out, but those could change, and the feet thing is already being fixed. So technically that's not even a downside because it's going to be fixed. The water thing, as much as it would be cool to see water like moving, like the whole thing, like being able to see in the water, at the same point, it's like, this is an indie game, so I don't expect that, you know? It's just something I noticed, but I don't expect it, you know? I think the only reason I noticed it is just because the way the ladder looks in there, and then the trees like moving around a lot, but then the water's not moving. It does move a little bit when they jump in, but like it's not moving overall, so I think that's the only reason I really noticed it, because usually I wouldn't even notice that. I feel like I only noticed it because of the surroundings and the wind. So I don't think it's that much of a bad thing. I'm not someone who cares about things like this so much if the gameplay's good. And it's not like the water looks bad either, you know? I feel like that's another thing to note. It's not like the water has no texture or anything, you know what I mean? So I feel like everything about the graphics just looks really, really great. I don't know where to wrap this up. We're gonna wrap it up with him taking off his shoes because I love that. Another thing, we do have to read the description. So there is a little description here. It says, things you'll be able to do in Paralives. Place a zip line between point A and point B and let your paras enjoy it. So I love this. I think it's so cute how you can literally place a zip line, jump into a pool from a high place if your para is brave enough. Also, I keep saying parafolk. I thought that was the name that was decided on, but now I always see para and paras. So I don't know, ignore me. Set a house rule so paras remove their shoes when entering a house. House rules, that's what it is. Okay, so I did read that previously, but I totally forgot. So there will be house rules, and I think that's amazing. I wonder if there's a house rule to bring your dishes into the sink after you eat. I just so curious of what the house rules will be. I think that's going to be so fun. Then use a mysterious and very secret bookcase door. Love that. P.S. Sebastian's feet are weirdly tiny and cute. We are fixing that. So yeah, they did address that. It's going to be fixed. I love how they phrased it, weirdly tiny and cute, because they do look cute. They're just very tiny and like, you know, so that's going to be fixed. So if that's a concern of yours, don't worry about it. But yes, you guys, overall, positive, very positive. I feel like this is going to be amazing. I love everything about it. I am so excited. I love just how everything looks. It's so aesthetically pleasing. It really, really is. I cannot wait for this game. I think all the time, I just wish it was here already. I want to do a whole Let's Play on both my channels, this one and my second channel. I want to do it so badly, and I wish I could right now. Like, I can't wait for this game. The future is bright, you guys. I can't wait. The future of simulation gaming channels is gonna be a fun ride. Like, you guys, if we get Sims 5 in the future and then we get Paralives, and it just seems like all these new simulation games are suddenly in the works, and it's gonna become where all these Sims 4 channels are also posting other simulation games, and I think it's gonna be so fun just to have more variety of simulation games. I just think it's gonna be so fun. Anyways, you guys, we gotta do our notification Fantacorn fam shout out. So this one goes to Maddie. Thank you so much for all the unicorn emojis. We love unicorns up in here. Thank you so much. And if you guys want a chance to be in a notification Fantacorn fam shout out, all you gotta do is comment down below on any video. You can comment anything you want, or you can comment some unicorn emojis and turn your notifications on. So you guys, with that being said, there is my thoughts on the gameplay, the first real gameplay we've ever seen. Comment down below how you're feeling about it. Comment down below what you can't wait to see when it comes to gameplay. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, and don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
You gotta listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from you. Boy, I don't need that much,